What is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be comparing the OG original WAW RAYGUN to the Black Ops 3 version, so let's go ahead and get this shit started. So I decided to do the World at War versus Black Ops 3 version just to show you guys sort of how far we've come in zombies, and the first thing I'm going to do is let you guys watch and listen to both of these weapons, unupgraded versions and the upgraded versions, just so that way you guys can sort of get a feel for them. Alright, so when it comes to how these weapons sound, they're almost identical. There might be a change in the pitch here and there, but the overall sound is definitely the same. It's the Raygun, we all know how it sounds. But when it comes to looks, that's where the differences start to arise. The overall design of the Raygun has stayed the exact same. We all know exactly what the Raygun looks like, but when it comes to like the camo, the textures, the colors, that's where there are some differences. The original OG World at War Raygun, that's what I'm going to keep referring to it as, sort of had this plain look. It really wasn't anything to look at. It wasn't like as beautiful as the one we have nowadays, which has the LED lights in the front and is really, really colorful. And when you actually pack-a-punch them, the World at War version just gets this nice chrome skin, and I think that chrome skin does look really, really nice. And the Black Ops 3 version gets the Black Ops 3 skin, which is very colorful and shiny, and also the LED changes color. So there are some differences when it comes to how these things look, but the design has stayed the exact same. And when it comes to actually shooting these weapons, that's where there are some more differences. So when you actually shoot the World at War version, just these giant circles sort of come out and it's like a light green color. And when you actually shoot the Black Ops 3 version, those circles still go out, but there's also a line that goes in between it, and this is all like a yellowish greenish color. And I really do dislike that line that's in the middle of the Black Ops 3 version. I just think that looks like a terrible Photoshop. It just looks so ugly. I wish they would have stuck with like the Black Ops 1 one, because it's just kind of circles coming from your ray gun. There's no line in the middle, and I think that line just makes it look 10 times more ugly. So I really do wish they would remove that, because in all honesty, it looks like they just did it at the last second. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be looking at is going to be the fire rates. When we compare both these fire rates side by side, they're going to be the exact same. The ray gun is going to hold 20 in the magazine, or whatever you would call it, and it's going to hold 160 in stock, so it's going to carry a pretty decent amount of ammo for like a pistol, I would sort of say, and even a lot of ammo for actual wonder weapon when you compare it to like the Thunder Gun or the Apothicon Servant. But I don't think that's really a fair comparison because the ray gun isn't as powerful as those weapons, but these two fire rates are going to be the exact same. Now when it comes to the reload speed, the only real difference between these two is the reloading animation. When it comes to how fast it can actually do it, it's going to be the exact same, but the reloading animation is a little bit different for each one, and that doesn't really bother me. I don't really prefer either one. I never really pay attention to actually reloading this thing, but if I had to pick which one I preferred, I would probably say the Black Ops 3 version just because it looks a little bit more sharper. And when it comes to hip firing with the ray gun, I really kind of always knew this in the back of my mind, but I just never really thought about it. But the ray gun is surprisingly accurate, and like that's of course duh, because no one ever ADSs with the ray gun. Everyone always hip fires with it, but it's surprisingly accurate. Those reticles are really, really small, and it's just like something you never notice, but you know it's there. Like in the back of your mind, you know the ray gun has really tiny reticles. It's going to be able to pick some zombies off from very far away, but it's just something you never thought about. And that's definitely something that I just love about the ray gun. It's surprisingly accurate. You don't even really need to ADS just because those reticles are really, really tiny. You could be headshotting zombies from like halfway across the map. And also something that people probably really never thought about but always knew was a thing was like the ray gun actually pushes you back. So if you're camping on a ledge or something and you're using the ray gun, it's probably going to push you off that ledge. And I kind of think they do like the same amount of recoil or pushback, because I was trying to use them at the same exact location when I was firing them, and they kind of pushed me back to the same general area. Now of course we're on World at War and Black Ops 3, so it's not going to be exactly a perfect match, but it does seem like when it comes to pushing you back, they are the exact same. Now when it comes to recoil, on the other hand, the Black Ops 3 version does have a little bit more recoil, but since the ray gun's fire rate isn't like an incredibly fast fire rate, the gun has plenty of time to come back down before you actually take your next shot, so the recoil really doesn't bother you too much, but I just thought that was something interesting to point out. And really, when we upgrade these weapons, nothing really changes. The ray gun has sort of stayed the same throughout all of zombies. There might be minor differences in looks, animations, and stuff like that, but overall, what the ray gun can do, its fire rate, its hip fire, its reload speed, has all generally stayed the same. And even when we throw some perks on, everything is going to stay the exact same. The fire rates are going to be the same. The reload speed is going to be the same. The only thing that really changes is your badass level. Your badass level kind of goes up a little bit just because you got some perks. You're able to kill some zombies a lot quicker. But then you remember you don't have PhD flopper, and then your badass level goes down a little bit because you actually have to play it safe. And speaking of being safe, I thought this was a pretty interesting test, so I decided to shoot the ray gun down at my feet and see how many shots it would actually take to kill me. So the World at War version took 2 shots, pew pew, and I was dead. Now the Black Ops 3 version on the other hand actually I believe took me 4 shots, so pew 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 pew, and then I was dead. I thought that was pretty interesting, so it looks like the Black Ops 3 version doesn't hurt you as much as the World at War version, and I think this might be Treyarch's way of saying, we're sorry, we don't have PhD flopper, here, take less damage. And also think the ray gun in Black Ops 3 splash damage isn't as big as it used to be in World at War and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. I think they have toned that down a little bit, but when it comes to strength, they are the exact same, and on round 50, these weapons are going to do the exact same. So the ray gun is definitely a fan favorite weapon. I still do love it. I just wish we could have like PhD flopper and not the fucking danger closest gobblegum nowadays. That's just so dumb. I wish we could have a perk or something that would help us with the ray gun or make the ray gun stronger. I think that would be pretty cool if there was like a dedicated perk for the ray gun. Maybe if you got this perk, you do more explosive damage and you don't take any at all and you can dolphin dive or dolphin slide or whatever the hell we want to do next game. I just feel like there should be a perk dedicated to explosive weapons like PhD flopper 2.0 or something like that. I don't know. You guys can play around with that. So I'm very curious to know which version of the ray gun do you guys happen to like the most? World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 3? So if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace!